Hey guys, I just wanted to do a video. Excuse me. Life. I went back and I think it was Friday evening. I looked at the video. It's funny, I've been thinking about this all day and ain't done this. I went back and watched the video that Fred had posted for Monty and myself. And I want to say thank you to the community that is not just a community. This community of builders is family. Without a doubt. You know, we're all there for each other. We'll stop what we're doing like Fred did and make a video for us. So for those, I'm gonna try to get out a quick explanation of what happened. My stepson, about 6 months ago, unknown to me, I think the only one in the family he told was his mom, my wife, was diagnosed with liver disease. He asked her not to tell nobody. She didn't even tell me. So, yeah, she's definitely a woman of her word. And it was through alcohol. In the process, before that, he was having seizures. And I think probably at the same time, they realized he not only had liver disease, but his seizures was caused from epileptic seizures. Got that under control with medication, and depression set in. He quit drinking for about 3 months, started drinking again. Thursday morning, I got a phone call about 8:30 that he was taken to the emergency room where he was throwing up blood. They finally got him stabilized, found he had a clot in a vein in his esophagus. And the clot put so much pressure on the smaller veins behind that they ruptured. We got a phone call after surgery. He was stable, he was doing well, he was resting well, he was in recovery, vitals were good. So my wife's, at the time, election was to not go because he was stable. So, you know, it's her decision, solely her decision. I left it up to her. About 3:30, so 2.5 hours later, she got a phone call. She needed to authorize to either resuscitate or not resuscitate. It was up to her because he had began to bleed again. And he was bleeding from everywhere. He was literally bleeding from his rectum. We packed, we got ready to go. She said, let's wait till in the morning. I said, we'll leave now. I said, I don't care, we'll eat dinner and leave. She said, no, we'll leave in the morning. So our plan was to leave at 5 o'clock in the morning. Just as I was getting ready, I was walking out the bathroom in my drawers, fixing to climb between the sheets, she got another phone call from the nurse's station. I'm not sure what was discussed in that phone call. She never really had a chance to tell me, but I said, look, I said, we can leave now. I said, or we can try to get some rest and still plan on leaving. She said, well, we'll try to get some rest. And I said, just lay here with me and, try to breathe, and hopefully we'll fall asleep. She laid there a minute or two. She said, I got to get up and smoke a cigarette. So she wasn't out of the room 30 seconds and the phone rang. It was the nurse station again. I answered the phone, and I said, I told her, hold on. I said, we're kind of in the bed. I said, but we're trying to get some rest for our long drive in the morning. And she said, oh, really, where are you going? I said, well, we got a 800-mile trip up there. And she said, I hope you make it. The doctor wanted to speak with her. She spoke with the doctor. 15, 20 minutes later, we was walking out the door. Drove as far as I could, stopped 5.5 hours, got a hotel room, took a nap, finished off the trip. In the meantime, early morning, 7, 8, my stepdaughter showed up with her and her husband up there. And this is up in Maryville. It's just below Gary, Indiana. So Chicagoland area. They had controlled the bleeding. Vitals were good. They were getting better. We got up there. Vitals were a little better. Still no bleeding. We got up there 5 o'clock or so. We go check on him Saturday morning. Vitals are better. They're talking about reducing them, taking them off some of the medication they got him for his blood pressure, to get his blood pressure up. And he had good color. He was on a ventilator. He was on a ventilator when we got there Friday. I don't know when they put him on a ventilator. I think they may have done it when he began to bleed after surgery. I'm not sure. I never really asked his fiance. Next day, Sunday morning, before we leave, we go check. He's looking even better. They've started him on a liquid IV nutrition. They've begun to take him off some of the blood pressure medications that they were giving him to get his blood pressure up. Blood work they said was looking really good, just a little bit low on platelets. Other than that, he was very stable. Still in a bad spot. We leave to come home. No, we don't make it. We just make it out of Indianapolis. We ain't been gone 2.5 hours. Wife gets a phone call. He was starting to bleed again. From everywhere. Again. I asked her what she wanted to do. She said, well, there's nothing we can do here. Just go home. Coming out of Chattanooga, got another phone call that he was beginning to gurgle in his breathing. Blood, fluid, something. We get home. It's about 12:30 a.m. Monday morning. I call his fiance, and she told me then that his aunt and uncle from here in this area had just landed in Chicago, and she was fixing to get ready and meet them at the hospital. I get a call from her about 2:15 in the morning. And his uncle wanted to talk to me. And he told me it was time. That every time he exhaled, even with a ventilator, blood was coming out of his mouth. So I woke up my wife. I had him tell her. And she had to make the decision to put him on a morphine drip. And take him off the medications. His blood pressure at the time was 60/40. Got a call about an hour and 10 minutes later, he was gone. that was my weekend. Thank y'all for your prayers and your support. Keep Monty in your prayers. Talk to him today. He did lose a toe, but definitely lift him up in prayer. Thank y'all for watching.